Okay, I'm going to tell you a few problems I'm having when trying to export Google SketchUp models to the Trainz game. And hopefully, if you've actually succeeded in using this process, you can find it in your kind heart to leave a comment and explain to me what I'm doing wrong. Anyway, Google SketchUp, for those of you who aren't aware, is some kind of program that lets you take Google stuff from Google Maps and basically make models out of them and export them to certain file types. In this case, a file type that this game can read. Anyway, right now I'm trying to make a Cape Hatteras lighthouse. To do that, how I got this model is I downloaded it from this website called Google 3D Warehouse that has a bunch of models that you can try to use. Anyway, here's what I did first. I clicked File, and then I clicked Export, and then I clicked on 3D Model. I created a folder and put it inside that folder. Clicked OK. Now, here's the problem I'm having. When I tried to import it in Trainz Asset Creation Studio, let's see, File, Import. And this is what I get. Now, what I'm trying to do is texture the item, of course, because obviously if there's no texture, the game's not going to be able to read it. The problem is, I can't zoom in to a position where I can actually see it clearly enough to actually make these textures, because it only lets me zoom in this way. I'm trying to, and let's see, I don't even know. And when I try dragging the mouse to see if that makes the camera move anywhere, but all it does is do this. I don't know what that is. Okay, I still can't find out how to zoom the camera correctly. So instead, I'll just try to add a material. I know how to do that at least. I guess standard. How do I know? How do I know if it's been applied? Nothing seems to have changed. Okay, let me try exporting it and see what happens. File, export, and of course I give it a name. Actually, first I make sure it's in the right folder. Then I give it a name and just put .im behind it. I called it lighthouse.im, and then I saved it. And now this message comes up. Ignoring mesh, material missing for mesh model. And then this one, ignoring mesh, material missing for mesh 2D boy COA. And then this message, ignoring mesh, and material missing for mesh 2D girl TE. Ignoring mesh, material missing for mesh 2D man WO1. Ignoring mesh, material missing for mesh 2D man WAL. Ignoring mesh, material missing for mesh 2D woman W. Ignoring mesh, material missing for mesh group 1. And that's it. Okay, this is the result of the thing that I exported. It has 2 image files and 2 texture.txt files, and the IM file, of course. Of course, I have to rename these and put the correct names in them. That'll take a while, so hold on. Okay, now that I've renamed the files and typed them correctly, I'm going to try to create an object out of this, like I did last time. Okay, on the download station, I'm going to press Control-N. Okay, now I'm going to click on Scenery, and then click New. and then of course give it a name. I'll call it Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. Okay, I saved it, and of course this error comes up. The tag mesh and container default is empty. That I'm gonna fix in a few seconds. First, Control Shift E. Okay, now I'm gonna take all the mesh files that are in this Cape Hatteras folder, copy them, and paste them in this new asset folder. And then edit it in Content Creator Plus again. Now in the mesh folder, I'm going to try to put this in. And just as I thought, it's nothing but the color white. Let's see. Texture. Okay, let me try something. Actually, I think I know what the problem is. It says texture Google e.jpg is not a power of 2. I guess that just means the texture is incorrectly sized. So let me see. Okay, I resized the textures correctly, but the lighthouse is still only the color white. So I'm not really sure how to fix that. Not only that, but this is a lighthouse that someone else created using the same method. I'm going to take a quick look at the files to see what they look like. This one doesn't even have any texture files. It just has the lighthouse.im in the thumbnail. For some reason, I'm not sure why, but it's not visible in the mesh viewer. That's weird. I'm gonna see what happens if I remove the texture files as well. Though it's probably, I have a feeling it's gonna make it worse. Okay, let me see. Yeah, it did make it worse. Now it's saying that those textures are missing. Okay, so basically those are the problems I'm having on this game. I can't figure out how to get the camera where I want it in Gmax, nor do I know how to texture it. And the other problem is the mesh is completely white. And of course all those error messages that show up when I try to export it, and I have no idea what any of those errors mean.